Hello. It's been a long time since I've spoken to a camera like this. It's a very strange feeling. I'm going to break all the YouTube rules in this video. No interesting title or thumbnail or interesting hook in the first 10 seconds. For viewer retention, this is going to be a very boring video, and I completely understand if you don't want to watch it. This is mainly for me to give a bit of a channel update and also just to get used to talking to the camera again, because it is not a natural feeling. The first few videos I make probably won't be fantastic, or maybe the first 50, but hopefully over time I get more confident doing this. I think it's a skill that takes time, so you'll get to see that progression, which will be interesting. I think I've learned a good amount about what makes content more engaging over the years, just through consuming stuff and also through my own research. So moving forward after this video, I hope to make the videos a bit more exciting. Yeah, in the future, I hope to make it more engaging with things like B-roll footage, which is like not just me talking to the camera for 10 minutes, because that can be quite boring. I hope to intersperse it with some different editing and that kind of thing to make it more interesting for the viewer, which is you. Now, onto the channel update. You might notice a different channel name if you're an OG fan. Back when I was like 12 years old, this channel was called Benaldo97. Cringiest name I could have thought of. It was me dancing in my pajamas, and I've unlisted those videos, but there's a video still up of me teaching how to do like the Melbourne Shuffle and that kind of thing. And then it went to Kaizen Ben when I was doing my travels over in Japan. Those videos are still up if you want to go watch them. They're actually decent considering I had a pretty crappy camera and that kind of thing, but they're pretty interesting. If you're interested in Japan, go and check those out. But yeah, now obviously I'm going with a different direction for this channel, talking more about self-improvement type stuff and wellness. I'll get into the more specific topics a bit later on, but the reason I'm not Kaizen Ben anymore is there's some American dude running around with that name, doing blogs and that kind of thing. So I'll let him have that and I'll rebrand to this. I want this channel to be educational, but also primarily conversational. Like it's just a friend helping a friend out. I'm not an expert by any means on pretty much any topic, so I never want to come across that way, and I hope I don't. This is something I've been struggling a bit with lately. I find short form content like Twitter and Threads, the new Instagram app, you kind of need to make declarative statements to be more engaging and that kind of thing. But I get a bit of imposter syndrome anytime I make outright statements like that. I like longer form content like this because I can explain myself and explain the nuances, and you get more of a connection between you and I, because you're actually seeing my facial expressions and body language and that kind of thing, which I think is really important and missed with written content. And then you've got short form video content, which I will make at some point, because you've got to play the content game really, to hopefully grow the channel and help more people. It might be fun. I haven't even downloaded TikTok yet, but I will do that eventually and learn more about that sort of space and eventually get into short form videos too. I think short form stuff is pretty important because just for engagement, because our attention spans have gotten so much shorter over time with all this shorter content. So I think I might miss some people if I only make longer form content like this. As an example of this short attention span, you've probably had the urge to click off this video already because it's quite boring. It's probably just my mum and my girlfriend watching, so hello mum and Valerie. So what do I want to make videos about? Since around like 17 or 18, I feel like I've consumed a lot of content like books, podcasts, videos and that type of thing across a broad range of areas. And I think now that I'm 25, nearly 26, not old by any means, but I think I've developed a bit more of an understanding of reality, I suppose, and what life is like for most people in today's world. And I'm really making these videos to try and help others, probably young adults that are also trying to figure out life and what's important and how to live the best life possible. In this arena of self-improvement, I could probably categorize the videos I plan to make in terms of maybe health, wealth, and happiness or fulfillment. When it comes to health, I'd like to talk both about physical and mental health. I think both are very important. And I think without health, we really have nothing. I'll likely talk about things such as fitness and nutrition. I go to the gym regularly and have been for many years, and also things like jiu-jitsu. That might be a bit too specific, but I'll talk more broadly about exercise in general, as well as more emotional and mental health type things. I'm a big fan of Talk to Me Bro. I'm repping the merch right now, which is a men's mental health organization. I'm sure I'll make a couple of videos on that. I'm a big proponent of meditation and mindfulness. These topics will also probably blend into things like philosophies such as Stoicism, maybe religion type stuff, for example, Buddhism, and the practices involved with each of those. The next big rock would be wealth. Because it is so daunting and confusing at times, I find a lot of young people just put this area off and say that they'll figure it out later in life. But due to things such as compounding and that type of thing, it's really important to nail this stuff down early. And I've done a lot of research, you can call it, into personal finance and that type of thing, which I would love to share with you guys. I think it's changed my things like the FIRE movement, which I'll explain, have changed my mindset about life completely, and I'd love to share that with you guys. I will need to be very careful when talking about finance related things due to the ASIC rules and regulations around giving financial advice. So I won't be telling you exactly what shares to buy, for example, but it'll be a lot about mindset, and I will get into some of the practicalities as well, hopefully. Also related to wealth, I'll likely talk about topics such as career, developing your career and finding meaning in your career. That sun is getting really bright. I hope I'm not looking too wide in the video. So yeah, health and wealth will be two of the big topics that I talk about, but I'll talk a lot about things adjacent to that as well, such as like building habits, productivity and that type of thing. I'm squinting now, guys, bear with me. And these areas that I talk about will likely change and evolve over time. I really have no idea what this will look like, if I'm being honest, but this is the starting point, and we'll see where we end up from here. If you made it this far in the video, you're an absolute legend, and for sure one of the OG fans of this channel. So if you did make it this far, I'd love for you to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below, maybe your favorite fruit, just so I know that you watched till the end, because that's a massive deal. I don't know how long I've been recording for, but 15 minutes, wow. With that, I will leave you to the rest of your day. Hope you have a great day. Adios.